Hey guys, HellsF1rst here, back with another Corepunk video. So tonight we're going to go into episode 7 of Alumio's Wiki series. And tonight's going to be a little bit shorter than the rest of them because there's not much to say on top of what we talked about in the last episode. However, this is the next tab from Alumio in his entire Wiki series, and it is open world PvE. Okay? Now we're going to start things off with a direct quote. Question: are there going to be elite mobs on locations with random goodies? And the answer is, you'll be able to encounter a lot of unpredictable things at the location, including elite mobs with special loot. So, I like this, and I'm hoping what they mean by this is that there's placeholders, possibly, or maybe it's 100% no placeholder, and it just might be in a certain region anywhere in the area. I like it better, though, in games where they actually have like a placeholder area. Like, okay, it's going to spawn in place of one of these 20, undead ghouls or something like that. And then if you farm that area and kill enough of those things, eventually they're all placeholders for this elite mob. And that's what you're going after. And that's going to be the farm spot. You're going to have a party sit there and hang out the whole time, which is always a good time. It's how EverQuest kind of is. It's like a chatting simulator while playing the game. I love those kind of parties when you're just chasing that one elite mob for that sick loot. Next, there will be both dungeons with fixed entrances and dungeons with entrances that spawn randomly. Now, this is like Albion Online, game I'm playing right now, that is absolutely fucking fantastic. If you haven't tried it, I think you need to, and you need to hop in and play with us because it is awesome. And it is really close to this game. At least it seems like it will be, because there's a lot of stuff that seems to be taken directly from it, like this right here. So when you're running around and you're looking for a random spawn of a dungeon, it's pretty sick because you're always waiting, and then you find it, and you're super excited for it. I don't know, there's something about it, the chase for it, like a group running around trying to find it. It's fun. I like it. But there's also, in Albion, the ability to use these things it's like a map to a random dungeon entrance so that you know where it is going to spawn or where it has spawned. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how they pull it together. Then we got monsters and camps in Corepunk will have rarity and different variations, which is awesome. We already knew this though, right? There's going to be some that are stronger, some that are not as strong. Obviously, there's going to be the bosses, then like the mammoth bosses, and then there's going to be like the dude in charge of fucking everything at the end of a raid and shit. Alright, moving forward, there are wandering mobs, which is cool. We knew this was going to happen. How far they wander is going to be the question I have, but probably going to be pretty far in one area as long as those mobs are there. Then we got another direct quote. There will be a main quest, a lot of other storylines, similar to WoW, but we're adding on non-linearity and various endings, which I really like because I hate the linear gameplay of WoW. I hate it. It's just the same thing. You know exactly what's going to happen. Every single time you make a character is the exact same path of quests. The exact same thing you got to do. The exact thing you need to level up the fastest. Like, it's just not fun when it's not completely linear, or when it is completely linear and it doesn't have various endings. So this will be fun. I'm excited for it. Another direct quote. Will there be rewards for map exploration? If so, what would they entail? Then they said, there might be, but at a bare minimum, you can find great hidden farming spots, mobs, resources, etc. Which is cool. I like that. I'm curious, though, exactly how big the world's going to be. They always say miles and miles and miles. But is it really going to be that big? Like, to where you literally are hidden away from a bunch of people when you find one of these farming spots or these mob spots where nobody even know it exists because you found it and nobody else can. It'll be cool if that's possible, but I'm sure the internet will ruin that. Then we've got, this also has sections about instance PvE, but for consistency, I'm keeping it in one quote. It goes, direct quote, planned PvE content includes dungeons, both for solo mode and groups of up to 4 people, randomly generated dungeons, raids, mini-bosses, world bosses, wandering bosses, and a camp system with advanced open-world AI that will challenge players. Most importantly, we're focusing on the experience of exploring a highly elaborate and detailed world. So this is everything we know about open world PvE that adds on to what we talked about in episode 6. So like I said, not the most amount of information, not the longest video, but it is worthy of its own episode. So, as always, I'm HellsF1rst, and until next time, ta-ta.